Shout out to Garrett Slingerland on this comment right here, man. So before we can't even get to the rest of the chat, but we got to just hop right into this thing, man.
Yeah.
Now, Garrett says this, going back to the corners, do you think this batch of corners is going to be like that 2015 group where it hindered the rest of the defense, seemingly regardless of if everyone else is clicking? Now, in 2014, 15, that's Ike Taylor, Bryce McCain,
we were talking
Antoine
about Cockrell.
Blake / Valentino Blake, Ross Cockrell's around that time frame as well. Cortez Allen, I know he was dealing with the knee injuries and stuff, because 14 was my first year here, and that's when he signed his extension. And I remember probably like week 3, like watching him in practice, it was just crazy trying to see him move because he was bone on bone. Like it was just hurt. Yeah, it wasn't a good look, man. But I just think of like all those guys, and I'm like, could this group be like that?
I don't think so.
Now, why are you so confident that you don't? Because I think of 14, and I asked myself, okay, Joe Hayden in 2021 at this stage of his career, how much further do you think he is ahead of Ike? Now, granted, in 14, Ike didn't play that much though, did he? Because Ike had broke his arm. He broke his arm week 3.
Yeah, I can't remember. I just remember like the last season or two of Ike's career wasn't good.
Okay.
The prime of his career, I always felt like, dude, he's locked down. I don't see big receivers going off against him until Demaryius Thomas hit.
Yeah.
In that AFC wildcard game.
Are you talking about the Tebow game?
Yeah, that was terrible.
Oh, I was just checking.
We never talked about Tebow yet, huh?
We're not doing that today.
No.
We're not doing that today.
I just remembered his last like season or two just wasn't good. He wasn't the same. So I do think Joe Hayden's further along. And then you compare Cam Sutton to the rest of the guys that you mentioned. Mm-hmm. I'll take Cam Sutton right now. I just feel like there's a little bit of that potential that Cam Sutton has that these dudes don't. He's a little bit more proven, but has more potential where I think he can maybe be a top like cornerback number 2 in the league. Now,
because Bryce McCain, he was number 2/3 corner that year. Him and Blake.
And then I would say the depth on this one's probably a wash, but this one might have more upside just because we don't really know. Yeah,
I think 14, 15 had more experience. This though has more upside, I think, because of the unknown, but more so the pedigree with that group. Whereas you think about a guy like Blake, undrafted. You think about Bryce. Bryce was still a good player, but he was still kind of journeyman as well. I mean,
Cockrell, who I liked, but came out of nowhere.
Well, and at the time too, Cockrell wasn't playing like how he's playing in Tampa either. You know what I mean? Like he's improved, but like that was a part of that improvement phase. You know what I mean? A part of those growing pains, both good and bad. So yeah, but I agree with you. I don't think that this group will be like that group. I think that across the board, this cornerback group as it stands probably isn't as good as last year's, but I think they will have a higher floor than that 14-15 group.
We'll think too, we'll have maybe this is a transition to safeties if you want to do that. We'll have Minkah Fitzpatrick and Terrell Edmonds at safety, whereas at that time, was it Polamalu in his last year? Who else did we have at safety?
Mike Mitch, but he was hurt the whole time too. He would come out there limping.
Oh yeah, I remember the Ravens playoff game.
Yeah, he always tried to play while he was hurt. But we went from Troy his last year in 14 and Mike Mitch to Mike Mitch and Shamarko Thomas in 15.
Sean Davis in 16 then?
Yeah. But I'm trying to think. Because Shamarko didn't stay as the starter in 15.
No, it was someone else.
Yeah, he started like a couple of games and then Will Allen, Frenchie. Okay. That's what it was, yeah. Because Will ended up starting in 14 and 15. Because Mike Mitch would be in and out, so he would start for him. And then when Troy retired, and obviously Shamarko, it just didn't work out the way that we all thought it would, that's when they started bringing Will Allen in a lot more.
You combine that we have Minkah Fitzpatrick and Terrell Edmonds in the secondary, and they're both in their prime. Now, I know a lot of people are down on Edmonds, but I think he's underrated. I think he's only going to be getting better. Minkah Fitzpatrick, all-pro in 2 of his first 3 seasons. Is that going to be stopping anytime soon? So I think that only helps the secondary as a whole, especially the cornerbacks.
Absolutely, man. And before I talk about the safeties as well, I got to shout out to you, Let's Toast Media. He said, don't forget our boy Willie Gay. Big play, Deucey.
Cornerback.
Absolutely, he was in that group. I totally forgot big play.
Yeah, he was pretty good. He was pretty good, though. Yeah.
And he still has my favorite celebration. Yeah. That's Cincinnati. Man, you talk about a moment. Lord.
Yeah,
you talk
one
about
of those years he had a ton of pick sixes.
that was that season. Because he broke the record for amount of pick sixes in a single season.
Yeah,
it was
did he win against the Falcons?
Yeah, Falcons, because we partied in the end zone there. Yeah, it was there. I think Colts, because we had the throwbacks on. He did one there at Hines.
Oh, yeah.
That was crazy. Like, big play. That's what they call big play. Deucey gonna get you one, man. Deucey.
You know where that came from?
What, big play, Will Gay?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's for my time, man.
Super Bowl 40. It was the Super Bowl 43 season. Mm-hmm. Mike Tomlin comes in. I don't know what. He must have had a pick. He must have had a pick or something. And Mike Tomlin comes in and he's just yelling in the locker room, "Big play, Willie Gay.
Hey,
big play, Willie." He yelled it like 4 or 5 times. So that's where it came from. Yeah.
I tell you this, man. Willie Gay, a.k.a. Deucey. That's what we call him because the two, obviously. Super smart. Like, one of the smartest I've ever played with, dude. Like, you'll be out there. And this is one of the things where we would talk about having a guy that's smart like that and how it helps the guys around you. Man, you on the field with him. He's giving you the check. Hey, yo, LB, you got to watch this right here. Yo, hey, outside corner, man. Look for the up and look for this twist route or however one a route combination. Like, he's calling everything out, man. Understanding checks, holes, disguises. Like, it was crazy, man. He helped me a ton in terms of just picking up LeBeau's scheme that first year, man. Just being able to hear from him, like, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I wasn't sure all the way. You know, sometimes you're not sure all the way, so you kind of look like this, like, you good. And he'd be like, yo, I got, all right, cool. If you got that, then I'm straight. I know what I got. But you need that every once in a while, man.
For sure.
But shout out to my dog, Deucey, man. Dog, I love Deucey. Miss Deucey, man.
Does that change your answer?
In terms of what? That year versus next year? Nah. But remember, because I said I thought that group had more experience. Mm-hmm. And that does back that as well. But I do think that this group is more athletic. I mean, Deucey, even in 14, 15, like, he was slowing down. He was older. Yeah, he was an older player then. So he wasn't this crazy athlete, but he was just super smart. And that's what put him in a lot of good positions. And he understood route concepts and just understanding tendencies. You know, that's the thing that Troy was so big on. Troy big on tendencies and actually trusting those tendencies. I believe in tendencies. I just don't trust them the way that Troy trusts them. That tendency says it's 80%, they throwing that ball, or 80% is going to be a bootleg. Troy's going to treat that like it's 100%. I don't have that confidence. I'm over here like, all right, let me see it one time first. I'm not going to do it the first time. I need to see if it holds up. Troy out here, yo, what's the first play of the game? Oh, you said they do it on what? All right, I'm going right now. You're like, whoa, baby. Can we test it? Can we, you know what I mean? But Troy got a different leash. You know what I mean? I don't have that leash.